Let me bring in Dr. Adebiyi to this conversation. So, in looking at the result thus far, do you see any exceptions to popular beliefs or trends? Early yesterday, when we started, we had a couple of panelists make predictions. Have you seen anything to the contrary from those predictions?
Honestly, I've seen some certain things to the contrary because Benue is a big deviation from the pattern. It's almost impossible for us to predict accurately the performance of APC in Benue, and we have to give it to grassroots politicians like Mr. Austin and the gubernatorial candidate of the party, who according to some people is somebody who's loved by the people. The thing about elections that I've come to understand is that many times it's beyond money. It's about the personality of the people standing on the ballot. If people love you, they love you. No matter what the situation is, they are going to cast their vote for you. Otom is one of the G5 governors, and Otom he has never hidden his like for Peter Obi as his preferred candidate, and he said his people were not going to vote for Atiku. And I believe that could have influenced the voting pattern in Benue. But one should have expected somebody other than Bola Ahmed Tinubu to benefit from that. One would have expected Peter Obi to benefit from that. More so that the Muslim ticket is something that is frowned upon. So I would have expected that in Benue that there should be protest votes. But Benue is suggesting otherwise. So we are beginning to see patterns challenging some of these the influence of religious narrative in the voting pattern, and we are beginning to see what Mr. Austin is talking about, the party effect. Once people have made up their mind that we are casting our vote for APC, it seems to be playing out in some places whereby you see, people are going the way of APC, because to them, if you're not in government, you're not in government. It's only when you are in government that people can talk about appointment, they can talk about things that will come to their constituency and constituents. So we are beginning to see this deviation from the trend, and Benue is an interesting one because most analysts that I know that I've spoken with, they have been looking up to Benue, they've been looking up to Rivers, they've been looking up to Oyo State, and Benue in particular, because of the personality of Otom. And Otom, as it stands, is not going to the Senate. They lost. Otom is not returning to the Senate. And it's a big casualty. It's kind of interesting, honestly. And I think after all said and done, one of the states where we need to do a lot of analysis is Benue. Because Benue makes a classic point in terms of when we say something is an outlier. From this election, Benue is a complete outlier. And that really shows that we have underrated the effort of the individuals who have been working assiduously for the ruling party, APC in Benue State. Because for them to be making, because the governor is not committed to the ticket of APC in any way in Benue State, and they are beginning to show this impressive result from Benue State. I think maybe somebody like Mr. Austin be in a better position to educate us about why Benue is an outlier.
Why what?
Yeah.
Why Benue is an outlier?
Why is Benue an outlier in terms of the results we're seeing? The surprise performance of APC in Benue State.
No, you see, like I said, there is a movement in Benue known as Yes Father. In the church, once Father says anything, you don't argue with it, you only say Yes Father. So considering the fact that we are predominantly Christian, and Catholicism is deeply entrenched. Then we also have there's this other church, the Protestant church, NKST. So once the two come together, they make up. I think they make up about 90-something% of the thief-speaking population in Benue State, and the thieves have what we call absolute majority. So that father's influence alone, like yesterday, what was going on Why some people were trying to enlighten people to tell them within the communities that for this election, this is how you should vote, like this. The priest had told them, the APC candidate had told them that if you don't vote my presidential candidate, I'm going to become an orphan. I cannot get anything good for your people. But if you don't want me to become an orphan, vote Jagaban, vote anything APC. Don't vote any other. Don't go and begin to say that you want to look at the personalities. Vote everything APC. So that the father's influence, I think 60%. 60% credit should go to that. Then they just rounded up their campaign. Why PDP and other parties were campaigning? This case was in court, so their case didn't finish on time. I think the case was only decided, I think about a week ago or thereabout. So he had just 1 week. So within this 1 week, he went around the 23 local governments, and each time he got people were there waiting for him until midnight. He will come and tell them that I'm coming to you with a message of hope. He also segmented the population into different categories. I was meeting them along those lines, telling them that people are telling you that this is a Muslim ticket, but I'm a Reverend Father. So if I'm in this ticket, then nobody who will come and Islamize a priest like me. So that gave people confidence in the party. And that, and again, that most of our meeting points revolve around church associations, church organizations. They are more cohesive than the other platforms you have. So that is a major factor. Then with the little, some of us were talking to people here and there, what can you do? So it became a strong. That was a very strong factor that gave APC the votes APC is getting in Benue.
Okay.
If not because of the Reverend Father, we would have battled it out.